Good morning, YouTube. Just survived my 4th straight night camping, which equals my all-time personal record. One more night to go tonight. Last night was by far the coldest. I've driven out to Malham Tarn this morning. I'm walking down towards Malham Cove, and then I'm going to loop back around via the Pennine Way, heading up towards Palantin's Fell, and then back down past Malham Tarn to the car park via the Pennine Way. In terms of kit and how I dressed myself, I'm quite a mixed bag today. I'm wearing sun cream on my face, I'm wearing 3 layers on my mid, and I've got my gaiters on for the first time in several months. Looking more like a local. So again, my basic inspiration for this walk comes from the Walking Englishman. I'll put a link below to the walk I'm loosely following. I extended it though to include Malham Cove, an extra 3 miles or so. I think his route was about 10 miles and mine's about 13, give or take a bit extra. Everywhere I've been this past week, I just cannot get over how much open land there is. It must be a wild camper's haven, but yeah, just everywhere I go it's just like this. So I'm following a path that's marked as being called Trowgate, T-R-O-U, and from here we rejoin the Dales Highway down to the cove. The top of Malham Cove. I can see 2 on there already. There you go. That's what I came to see. I'm now following a path marked as Watlows, going north for a bit. Up to my left will be Ing Scar. I'm in like a kind of quite a shallow, not too wide valley, I guess you call it. I think Scar up here means edge or escarpment. Not entirely sure. So I've left the Pennine Way now. I'm heading west to join up with the Pennine Way. There's a group ahead of me, all wearing sort of bright coloured clothing, yellow trousers, red backpacks and coats. That seems to be quite common up here, but less so in the south of England. Of course I know it makes sense in terms of increasing your visibility towards others, but me personally, I prefer to wear more earthly colours. Looking back down the path now, you can just see Malham Tarn, which I'll see later on. I'm being really nosy here, but I think the older guys are wearing dark colours and the younger ones are wearing the oranges and yellows and greens, bright greens. One of the white-haired folk has got a massive pole sticking out of the top of his bag. It could be a transmitter, I guess. They're going very off-piste to find something. Maybe they're caving. So there we go. To the right of my thumb is a mined cave. That's where they've gone. And from here we join the Pennine Way, going towards Langcliffe, but not all the way there. Again, there's Malham Tarn. It's worth noting as well that the Pennine Bridleway is a separate route to the Pennine Way. The Pennine Way is predominantly a footpath for walkers only and runners. The Bridleway is open to cyclists and horse riders as well. And the more time I spend walking in this area and in the Peak District, the more I think about one day doing that trail, the Pennine Way. I think the average time duration is about 16 days for a backpacking trip. There was a good series from Dean Reed last year on YouTube. It's worth looking into. Yeah, it's worth watching if you get a chance. But he is quite well known for videos in Derbyshire and up here as well. I think he's done a few. Quite a lot of wild camping as well. I don't wish to tempt fate here, but I do believe these are the first cows I've passed in the past 4 days. Yorkshire's otherwise very much a sheep country. Now, a friend of mine lives in West Yorkshire somewhere. She was telling me the cows up here are evil, worse than in Somerset, so give that young guy some space. But alright, this guy is right in my way. I'm going to break up their friendship to try and get through, or I can chance it over that gate. Everyone needs their other half, don't they? Straight ahead now I can see Ingleborough, and yesterday afternoon's route back up to the top, along Little Ingleborough, over or past the top of the summit, then along towards Park Fell on the very end. Don't mind me. Don't mind me either. No, don't run away. So here we leave the Pennine Bridleway for today. Over there again is Ingleborough, and we're going to head up Black Hill towards the road. And around the corner I can just see, I think it's Pennine, about there. I'm going there tomorrow. Back in the marshland once more. This is why I wore gaiters. I have a theory. It's my theory of northern general relativity. I believe that the further from home a Yorkshireman travels, the broader his accent becomes. I used to work with a guy who had kind of a slight northern accent, so I thought nothing of it. One day we had a guy from Newcastle with us on a week's training, and Martin starts talking to him, and suddenly he's got this really broad, strong Yorkshire accent. I thought, who are you? Where did that come from? I guess it's like a natural instinct to try and differentiate yourself and establish your home being, something like that. Yeah, it's a bit like walking into a pub in North Wales where people can speak English, but they'll choose to speak in Welsh. It's part of their heritage. I understand it, but it's just, for someone not local, it can be quite odd. Most of my campsite are all, as far as I can tell, they're all quite local to the north. So technically speaking, I'm very much a tourist in a Yorkshireman's land. I've also found this past week that landowners and farmers generally seem to be more welcoming towards walkers and outdoor pursuitists. I've always found an accessible stile or gate where I'd hope to find one going through a boundary wall. I've not seen any deliberately chained or barbed wired ways. Whereas back home in Somerset, it can be quite the opposite story. I'm now briefly following the road I drove down this morning to get to Malham Tarn. On the right is Malham Moor, which I'm heading for quite soon. I've been walking now for nearly 2 hours, so I've got to stop soon, have something to eat. 'Just having a cup of tea here for a few minutes, something to eat. We're not too far from the trig point on this moor, on this walk actually. One more field to cross, a bit off-piste maybe, but we'll soon get there. Then I'm thinking about lunch near Fountain Tarn, which is a bit further north of here. And after that we kind of join the Pennine Way and go back down towards Malham Tarn. Now partway along this bridleway we can leave it and follow this lesser obvious path heading up towards the top of the field corner. This route is on the map as a path of the black line. It's not a right of way, but it's recognised and it's been charted, so it should lead somewhere. But currently it's hard going across this hill. Another day of cardio workout across the hills. So in amongst this sea of shake holes in the ground, I've got something visual to aim for, my navigation. You can just see what appears to be a wooden post between it's either a stone wall or some rock. But I'm going that way according to my compass, so I'm going to just visually aim for that and march on really. There is the wooden post I mentioned, and just over there, if I can find a way to cross it, it's a trig point. Just climbed the wall again. I don't recommend this, but I could see no other way across. And even at 593 metres above sea level, we're still going a bit higher on this walk towards Fountains Fell, which I think is just over there somewhere. And again you can see Pennine, Ingleborough and Whernside just about. Right, fast forwarding ahead now. I'm nearly up to Fountains Fell. We barely see Malham Tarn now, over there somewhere. So it's almost lunchtime. And this should be the highest point of the route. I haven't told you of my heroics yesterday afternoon, towards the end of my Ingleborough walk. I was coming down across the last field before the road, before I reached the campsite again. I saw this one sheep on its own, lying on its side. I thought, oh no, a dead sheep. I'll take a deep breath now and then hold it in and speed past. As I got near the sheep though, its back legs sort of moved a bit. I got closer again to inspect, and it starts moving both its legs, both sets, front and back, all four legs. And I realised it's not dead or dying, it's stuck on its side, because a lot of sheep do die from being stuck on the side, they can't get up again. And even though the sheep was quite scared by my presence, I got nearer and nearer. I very gently eased it onto its legs and saved its life basically. One good deed for the week at least. So this is Fountains Fell, standing at 662 metres above sea level. There's no right of way here, but I've seen a couple of posts you can see there, marking the way almost. It could be the safest way around the bog, I suppose, although the boundary line kind of does that for you. And at some point I'm going to turn east across here. Hopefully it'll be as well marked and defined. And there is Fountains Fell Tarn. Much quieter than Malham Tarn because there's no car park up here. I'm going up towards the higher ground just here to have some lunch. I think I can see two more people up there. One about halfway along. Another one over towards the cairn on the right hand side. gonna have some food first. It's about 20 past 1. Have some food, refuel, and then get back on it. And meanwhile, Pennington's looking very close now. You can almost touch it. So I made 2 grave errors this morning. The first one was not screwing the this properly, so half the contents of my tea is now inside my pack. And the second thing was I forgot to put tablets in my water to give it some flavour, so I'm drinking uninspired farm tap water, which is okay, keeps me alive, but it's just lacking some flavour really. When you want tea and you're missing it, it's not the best thing, is it? And once again, I'm just astounded by the scale of this place and the size of it. I mean, I know the park boundary is somewhere south of here, but it just goes on in all directions. Yeah, wherever you go, mind your step. Jesus. So here is the Pennine Way, but we need to go back a bit and head south to join the actual trail away from this area of mine workings. There's also warnings on there from the National Trust saying that many of the mining areas are open and exposed with danger to fall in, that kind of thing. So I came along this way earlier. There's a post here and a clear path going this way as well. This is the Pennine Way. I can see further signs ahead warning of the open mines. I've probably got 4 or 5 miles left of walking to get back to Malham Tarn. So what I might do is skip ahead here and just catch up with you a bit later on when I get there. Almost back at Malham Tarn now. I want to say a quick thanks for watching. I'll put links below to the route I'm following, and I'll see you one last time tomorrow. There you go, it's naturally formed 12,000 years ago.